Someday, and that day may never come, I'll call upon you to do a service for me. But until that day, accept this justice as a gift on my daughter's wedding day.
Grazie.
Welcome to your weekly ticket. Jamie Foxx is in final talks to reprise his role as Electro in Spider-Man 3, which stars Tom Holland and is being made by Sony and Marvel. This third Holland-led Spider-Man movie is set to begin filming in Atlanta this fall, with returning actors like Zendaya, Marissa Tomei, Jacob Batalon, and Tony Revolori reprising their roles. Walt Disney Studios will be making a follow-up to their 2019 The Lion King, with Oscar winner Barry Jenkins set to direct. Jeff Nathanson, who wrote the most recent Lion King movie, has penned the initial script for Jenkins' reimagining. The film will use the motion capture and visual effects technology used by Jon Favreau in the last big screen iteration and 2016's The Jungle Book. Jenkins celebrated the news by saying, "Having the opportunity to work with Disney on expanding this magnificent tale of friendship, love, and legacy, while furthering my work chronicling the lives and souls of folk within the African diaspora is a dream come true." And Oscar Isaac and Jake Gyllenhaal will star in a film about the making of The Godfather and the legendary battles that went into making the 1972 classic. The film, titled Francis and the Godfather, will be directed by Oscar winner Barry Levinson. Isaac will play Francis Ford Coppola, and Gyllenhaal will star as studio head Robert Evans. While The Godfather is widely considered one of the greatest films ever made, the production was not without its difficulties. Coppola and Paramount had several arguments, including over budget, location, and casting, with Coppola having to fight to get Marlon Brando and Al Pacino to star. The Invisible Man was a giant success at the box office and VOD, and there's been tons of announcements of new Blumhouse revamps of classic Universal monsters. And there's no better way to start off October than by speaking with horror movie expert Perri Nemiroff, and she's going to guide us through the legacy of past films, attempts at dark universes, and monster movies to come. Perri, there's so many classic monsters. Which is your favorite monster or monster movie?
I was very tempted to go Creature from the Black Lagoon for my favorite monster movie, but I feel like it's the cliche answer, but I have to top that with Frankenstein. Frankenstein is one of the best, and I have a very interesting journey to Frankenstein, and to many of my favorite horror films for that matter. I am obsessed with the movie Scream. It's my second favorite movie of all time, and if you remember in the video store scene in that movie, that was my first experience seeing any Frankenstein footage, and it's like one of the most iconic scenes in the movie. So because I love Scream, that drove me not only to check out Frankenstein, but also like movies like Halloween and so many other classics. But Frankenstein has proven to be a big one for me. And I also think it's kind of attached to my love of Jurassic Park too, and just the whole idea of what people do with the power we wield. And, you know, it's a line in Jurassic Park also, trying to weigh whether or not we actually should do what we're capable of doing. And because of that, Frankenstein is hands down one of the most heartbreaking of all of the classic monster movies.
Absolutely. He's like at the core of the misunderstood monster genre sort of thing, right?
Oh my God, misunderstood and just abused. He never even had a fighting chance. And that's why that scene, the one shot of him looking up at the sunlight breaks my heart every single time I watch the movie, because you just know it's hopeless for him.
Are you one of the people that gets triggered when they call the monster Frankenstein and not Frankenstein's monster?
Yeah, because it's just wrong.
You know, fair enough. I have no horse in this battle. All right. So which monster movie do you think deserves a new take? I know they've got a lot in development, but which one do you think deserves a new take?
See, part of the reason why I was okay with committing to Frankenstein for that first answer is because I have to go Creature from the Black Lagoon for this one. I absolutely love that movie. If I had my choice of classic Universal monster movies to watch, I'd probably go Frankenstein first, but this movie is not far behind. This is one of those ones that has been in the works for a remake for so long now. I think it was John Landis who wanted Jack Arnold to direct one. John Carpenter was involved in one. Peter Jackson was offered the opportunity to direct one, and he didn't. And then the one that got me really riled up was when Breck Eisner had the opportunity. So first, Brett Eisner got the opportunity to direct a remake of Creature of the Black Lagoon, but then he wound up prioritizing The Crazies first, and The Crazies is one of my favorite horror movies of the last decade. I think it's an excellent remake of the George Romero original, so I see The Crazies, and then I'm just dying for him to finally get into Creature from the Black Lagoon, and sadly that project fell apart, and I guess it is one of the few of like the OG monsters that we don't have any momentum for a new remake right now. So I think that's the one.
Yeah, I think he's a little out of the limelight there. But let's say you get to cast a Creature from the Black Lagoon. Who you casting?
Oh, it's a no-brainer. And it's like the most obvious answer in the world because you can't star in The Shape of Water, get absolutely no Academy Award, honor yourself for playing the creature. Doug Jones.
Doug Jones,
Doug
yes.
Jones is so good at everything.
Absolutely. Yep. Can't have him as a monster enough. You mentioned that there's upcoming ones. There's a lot in the works. Which one are you the most excited about of the ones coming up?
I feel like you should be able to guess this because I think we talked about this the last time I was on, how big of a fan I am of Leigh Whannell. I think he is so talented, so I have to go Wolfman on this. One, because Leigh Whannell, you don't make Upgrade and then also Invisible Man and not have me really hyped for your next movie, but it's a Wolfman movie starring Ryan Gosling. Who in their right mind would say no to that?
Yeah. It's gonna be the new Twilight.
I am all for it. I don't know about calling it
down.
the new Twilight, but that's like another big question mark with that too, is part of the reason why a Wolfman movie is so difficult to make, or any werewolf movie for that matter, is because the effects needed to actually pull that off, they're very difficult to create convincingly. And I got a lot of faith that Leigh Whannell can probably do it. If he made I'm not going to spoil anything, but if he made the Invisible Man work visually the way he did, I have a feeling he's going to have a smart approach to Wolfman, but I'm very curious to see what the makeup or effects department does with that.
You're right. He was able to make what could have been really cheesy, and he made it work. And I think that's why you're excited about the upcoming ones from him, right?
Oh, I'm so excited. He's so talented. And if you look at Upgrade and then moving over to Invisible Man, I mean, his work was still excellent in Upgrade, but you could see him kind of, honing his craft and really holding on to a very specific style and improving it from film to film. So if he stays true to that, I can't wait to see where he takes it in this one.
Me too. I think it's in the right hands. Well, thank you very much, Perri, for joining us. Where can people find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Perri Nemiroff and over on Collider.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Available to watch at home, Mulan.
You're a war hero. You've already made many great sacrifices.
My father cannot fight, so I will take his place.
When the Emperor of China issues an official order that one man per family must serve in the Imperial Army to defend the country from the northern invaders, Mulan, the eldest daughter of an honored warrior, steps in to take the place of her ailing father. Masquerading as a man, she has tested every step of the way and must harness her inner strength and embrace her true potential. It's an epic journey that will transform her into an honored warrior and earn her the respect of a grateful nation and a proud father. Niki Caro directed the film, which had a reported budget of $200 million, making Mulan the most expensive live-action film ever directed by a female filmmaker. And also available to watch at home, Cutthroat City.
Got a wife and a son now. You won't have to deal with it.
This type of assistance, the Ninth Ward isn't covered.
New Orleans, nothing short of apocalyptic.
First they flood us, then they pushing us out. This happened just how they wanted.
This dramatic thriller follows a group of young men who return to New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina. Receiving no help from FEMA, they turn to local gangsters for help. Out of options, the four friends must reluctantly accept an offer to pull off a dangerous heist in the heart of New Orleans. The film is directed by RZA and stars Shameik Moore, T.I., Isa Gonzalez, Ethan Hawke, Wesley Snipes, Kat Graham, and Terrence Howard. All right, well, that's it for today, but leave us a comment and let us know if you'll be checking out Cutthroat City or Mulan, and check out that list of Fandango Now's Universal monster movies, and let us know which one's your favorite. I'm Kale, and I'll see you next time.